All right, my beautiful friends, it is still Tuesday, May 14th, 2019, post-market wrap-up. We have a lot to talk about. So, yeah, stocks finished higher today. I know everyone likes the Dow Jones Industrial Average, so we'll look at that. Dow Jones Industrial Average finished higher by 208 points. However, the high of the day was 363 with regard to the Dow. So we finished well off the highs. Many of you seem to believe this is a bull trap. I'm not arguing with you. What we have here, and I'm going to use a term that someone on Twitter used, this is a tweet-driven economy. It's the truth. Cramer himself had a meltdown, was telling the president to stop tweeting about the market and go play golf. I don't usually agree with Cramer, but look, this is getting out of hand. As a matter of fact, we saw some interesting developments with regard to the China trade war. I'm calling it a trade war because that was the words the president used earlier in the day. Now he changed it. He's calling it a spat. With that in mind, where's Larry Kudlow? Larry, where did you go? You vanished. We all know what happened, and the guy's just gone. He's been silenced. Yeah, kind of off the radar here. And again, the narrative all day was the same. China's paying the tariffs. We know it's not true. Now, what I want to talk about here is I mean, it's shocking to me sometimes. Look, I am not right all the time, and I made a very big mistake lately. I've admitted this on video after video, on Twitter, and all posts. I really believe there was a trade deal. I had no idea that our world leaders, our president, and the guy who rules China over there would have such poor judgment and honestly not come up with a deal. So that's why, again, I got that wrong. I admit it. People love to hear that. But let's also talk about this. This guy here usually gets his big calls correctly. That's the truth, and most of you can attest to that. Weeks and weeks ago, maybe even longer than that, I explained to you we were going to see good cop, bad cop. Why? Because we've seen it before with regard to the Fed. So the president said specifically, and I'm not making this up, I covered it earlier, that if we get a rate cut, boom, we win the trade war. No negotiations are required. We win. That's what he said. And then, so there's the good cop. Rate cut. Bad cop, the Fed. Neil Kashkari is already saying, no, I'm not going to back it. I'm not going to back a cut. He's not the only one either. So good cop, bad cop. We're going to see this back and forth in quite a while. I think a rate cut is coming here, I'll be honest with you. And it's just so simple to understand why. Another prop-up mechanism is going to be required. Now, with that in mind, China is preparing its citizens for a long, drawn-out trade war. Please do not take my word for this. Google it. Go on the China Morning Post. There's a bunch of Chinese websites you can go on that are translated into English. Or you can translate it yourself with Google. Anyway, so what's being announced in China right now is their leaders over there, or their leader, is kind of leveling with the people. He's saying, look, this can be ugly, and expect to have some personal sacrifice. He's, again, bringing his people together. Not what we're hearing here in the United States. What we're hearing here is gung-ho. Everything is great. Don't worry about a darn thing. So you can see a completely different strategy here. China preparing its people for a long trade war. President Trump changed his tone. It's not a trade war, which he said this morning, to now it's a spat. He also went on to say that the president, himself, and the guy over there that rules, Xi, whatever, they have a really good relationship. All right. But look, again, the president shoots these things out. It really does have an immediate positive effect on the stock market. And that's where we're going with the rate cop, good cop, bad cop. They're going to throw this back and forth. Expect the rhetoric to get worse, especially if the stock market doesn't recover. Again, a lot of you people who are writing to me believe this is a bull trap. Look, I don't know, honestly, what the hell this market's going to do anymore. It's just tweet driven. And not just by the president. You got Mnuchin, you had Kudlow. Larry, where are you? I want to know what Larry Kudlow is. He's vanished. With that said, again, for you lions out here, I've been working on something for a while, and it's yours for 100% for free. I don't ask for a darn thing. I just want to know how you make out with it. In the description of this video is a link to an article. I've been working on an intraday trading system and utilizing it. Used it today too. Had a nice day trading. I'm very happy with that. Click on the link in the description of this video. Look out that system. Set it up for yourself. That one is specifically for Think or Swim. All I ask for is that you tell me how you're doing. Greg, the system sucks. I can't believe how bad it is. Or Greg, it works. Thank you. One of the two things. And if you do make cash with it, please pay it forward. I can't stress to you how important that is. All right? That's why I do this stuff for free, hoping more people will get together, make some money, and pay it forward. Donate to a charity that you believe in. You believe in. All right, so with that said, let's summarize. Stocks finished higher today, well off the lows. A lot of rhetoric back and forth. The good cop, bad cop that we all knew was coming is now at the forefront. We can laugh about it because it's so funny, and we knew it was coming. With regard to my bad calls, sure, I do make them. But my big calls are usually right. Will someone back me up on that? That have been with me for years? Yeah. Anyway, with that said, let's see what happens. And please do check out the new charting system for you. It's based on Renko charting. It's very interesting. And as an intraday system, I've been doing well with it. And I've admitted this many times, I can't day trade. Well, this is working for me for now. Let me know if it works for you. Paper trade first. Don't even dream of putting real money in this market. Using that system until you can beat it. Until you prove it to yourself that you can beat it. Don't expect you're going to win every single trade. But if you can stay in the positive, let's say 70%, you're going to make yourself a fortune. It's the truth. With that said again, this guy loves you. See you in the morning. Please share this video. Over and out.